It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Packers and the Cowboys coming up next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And right away, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. The return is Reed. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose, or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Ready?
Back to Dillon on first down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 44 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Look that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and he wanted to give him a little extra.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Kenny Clark, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Prescott, and a throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Here comes Reed. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
To throw now, here's Love. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. No, he didn't spike it, he faked it.
That'll be caught. He's got room to roam.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Dillon is in. Touchdown, Packers. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Carlson back out there now to send this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Looking to throw. Prescott. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Then into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
So they won their division and earned the right to play at home in the first round of the playoffs, but this one is not going to script so far.
Nowhere did they have the thought process that they'd be down double digits. But the good thing is it's the first half. You and I know, I mean, you've been with me long enough now. Hang with the game plan. Stay the course for a while. Don't panic and change up things. Keep grinding. Long way to go in this ball game.
That was my question to you. You don't throw everything away at this point. Stay on course?
And stay on course. Obviously, you want to eliminate the things that have caused you to be down double digits. But at the same time, you're not getting it all back in one play. Keep going. The game plan was put in there for a reason.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic.
Pass interference.
And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes...
That one to Reed, and it is caught on the dive. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready?
Play fake. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now they can't bring him down, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
Here's Love.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
10 more there and another first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing, Love.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Love.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Packers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Now Carlson for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Hi, Coach. Thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but
and this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Love with a give to Dillon.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Carlson on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
To throw is Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Love, they go play action now.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he's got it inside the 10. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
And it's just come so easily, hasn't it? This defense, they've been caught flat-footed time after time after time. This was not a touchdown, but it is another huge play. And they've spent huge portions of this game chasing guys downfield, and that is certainly not a winning formula.
Ready, break. Ready.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
A.J. Dillon
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Packers have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. Now Carlson for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now here come the Cowboys.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something.
There he goes, left side.
He's to the 15.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Prescott.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Pollard.
He's going to be marked down very close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
They'll run for it with Pollard.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Cowboys are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Packers offense set to go.
And you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game, because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win, and when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game, and then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team, and that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
Right now, that crowd is silent. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6.
Ready.
Again, it's Dillon.
Nice move at the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
You got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Ready.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On the ready.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Love now. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Ready.
They'll go for it. This is Wilson.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Carlson on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one, an 8-play drive, it spanned 75 yards. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott.
Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. down the left sideline.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Prescott. Touchdown.
Jake Ferguson.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Aubrey now for the point after.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 6.
Ready.
They run once more with Dillon.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
They give to Dillon out of the gun.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now Carlson for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Prescott.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
He may go.
And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation Somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Big D.